to the Speakers Who Write Mastermind. Top left-hand corner is the infamous. We've all heard about him. And it's not just on the post office wall. It's Rob Pennington. Okay, and then the multiple book author, Alana Hill, who is just her newest book is just coming out.
Yay.
And this is Mike Lejeune, who is in the process of writing his second book right now. And when I say in the process of, we wanted to introduce introduce you to what we're doing with our writers group. It's time for us to come together. And Alana, we were just talking a little bit about why somebody should come, because by gosh, every week we come in and we talk about these massive things that we've written over the last month, and we just brag and we talk about all the great things we've accomplished. Correct?
No, more often than not, we get on the call and we look each other in the face, because it's a video and go, you know, I didn't write as many words as I wanted to, or, you know, I didn't write any, life got in the way, this got in the way, but here's what I'm committing to do next month. And each time we get on the call, we forget what we haven't done, we celebrate what we have done, and then we move forward. And that, quite frankly, is how I finally got to the end of this third book, because that is exactly how I got to the end of the second book with this mastermind.
Yeah, because I think when I think back on our conversations with this thing, because you've been on this journey to get this third book out since the last mastermind. So it's been about 18, 19 months now.
Yep.
And you had, some people might call them false starts, but I don't really think they're false starts, are they?
No, I mean, you know, every step I've taken has been a step towards the final outcome, towards the final conclusion. No, they didn't line up in a time-wise the way I would have liked for them to have, but I'm also a firm believer, and I surrender my schedules to God. And he worked this out in his ultimate timing. And that's what we have to do with our businesses, and realize that we mess up, we fall short, we didn't do what we committed to do. Quite frankly, a lot of life gets in the way. For those of our NSA Houston members know that I was on a business trip delivering project management training and found out that my young cousin was shot to death. I mean, talk about, you know, those opportunities, those problems in life that can derail your schedule, derail your timeline. And that's when you go, well, you know what? It's not my timeline anyway. And so here I am now with my third book, and I'm waiting for my proof. It'll be here tomorrow. For my second proof, because that's all, you know, it's an iterative process, and you just have to be patient with each step and realize that they're not going to happen as quickly as you want them to.
I love that. Rob, I got a question for you. Well, we're going to actually give you last word with this, because you are the wise sage of the group.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Okay. Because my question is that for somebody who wants to write a book, who the book is a thought, it's a dream, it's something they really want to make happen, why would they want to be connected with us, with this Speakers Who Write?
You know, because otherwise you might do what I did and wait 25 years.
Mm.
You know, an intention, even a great intention, is just that.
It's an intention.
It's a great intention. I intend to do this.
Yeah.
And it's real easy to not. Because other things are more important. You know, this is kind of like when I have time. And when does that ever happen? It just like doesn't. And so one of the benefits of a mastermind is it gives us a chance to keep bringing that back to a priority. Keep bringing it back. And like you were saying with Alana, sometimes, you know, we go through ups and downs and we go through a process, but it's about the persistence, rethinking about it, recommitting to it.
Yeah.
And in this regular meeting that we have, it's helpful to do that. Otherwise, it doesn't really happen. And I think everybody's a speaker, can be a speaker without a book, but it just adds some credibility to have one. And I remember a long time ago, before I had a book, someone was talking to me about a talk out in California, and we were talking about pricing and everything. And they said, do you have a book? And I went, no, I don't. They said, too bad. We could have paid you more if you had a book. They didn't care what the book was. They weren't asking what the book, they just, if you had one, we have another price level for an author than just for a speaker. And that was like, whoa.
that is huge. It's I see a yellow.
That reminded me, if I can, that on I think our second mastermind call of the Post-it note, because remember I shared this with our group. Get your book out so you can charge more. So I'm so looking forward to 2020 being the year that I get to get more bananas.
Another benefit that I didn't even realize, but when you publish a book, like either you do it yourself or something else, there's a clock of 12 months that starts. And in that 12 months, you can nominate your book for awards. And, we all would like a best-selling book, but, that's not going to be for everybody. That requires like 25,000 or something like that, or something special with Amazon. But you could get an award. And that's a neat thing, because now forever, I am an award-winning author. Doesn't matter how many books I sold, I won an award.
That's
and
you.
Yeah, and that adds credibility.
That's you. So I said I was going to give you the final word. I lied, Rob. I'm going to take the final word. Here's the main reason why I think somebody should join us is because, by gosh, you don't know this, but when you join us, we provide lunch. Okay, so if you come and mastermind with us and have lunch and well, I'm sorry, no, we don't. Well, figure it out yourself. So thanks so much for being a part of us. Listen, if you have any questions, reach out to any one of the three of us, and we're more than happy to share our lunch with you. Have a great day.